As we're getting ready to celebrate Mother's Day, there's also a grim reality that we can't afford to avoid. That so many black mothers are disproportionately incarcerated, many of them with no conviction. The women population in prisons went from less than 10,000 in the 1970s to more than 100,000 today. And two-thirds of that population are black. 60% of people in local women's jails are awaiting trial without a conviction, and 80% of them are also parents. Another bleak statistic is that 1 in every 2 black trans women experience incarceration within their lifetimes. 1 in 2. The National Bailout is a black-led collective that fights to abolish prisons and end the system of pretrial detention. Their flagship campaign, Black Mama's Bailout, raises funds to bail out as many black mothers as possible before every Mother's Day. Since 2017, they've bailed out thousands of black women across the nation. Joining me now is Candace McKinley. She is the lead organizer for the Philadelphia Community Bail Fund. Candace, good to see you. Thank you for joining me. First of all, I want to commend you on the extraordinary work that you're doing. What made you all come up with this initiative?
Sure. So back in May 2017, we heard about the National Black Mamas Bailout Initiative that was started by Mary Hooks, who's with the organization Southerners on New Ground out of Georgia, I believe. And many of us in Philadelphia had already been organizing to stop the building of new jails, for decarceration, against mass incarceration in general. And so when we heard about this campaign, we decided to get together with 1 week to go, and we raised $60,000, and we were able to bail out 13 women that Mother's Day. And then, that sort of morphed into the Philadelphia Community Bail Fund, a year-round bail fund, which posts bail for people of all genders and races. But we continue to do the Black Mamas Bailout every year. And that's been a core of what we do, that we're focused on. We're Black-led. We run an abolitionist and Black feminist values sort of based on that start.
You said that first year you were able to bail out 13 mothers. To date, how many have you been able to bail out with your initiatives?
I'm not quite sure the number of mothers particularly. We've bailed out, we started with 13. Since then, we've bailed out about 600 and 95 people, about 405 of those people have been since March 2020 with the start of COVID alone. And so of that number, during the Black Mamas Bailout initiatives, I would say about maybe about 150 of those have been during Black Mamas Bailout, but we bail out Black women and caregivers all year round. And so we have bailed out about 90% of the people that we bailed out have been Black or Latino, and about 66% have been men. And then, of course, the other percentage, like 33%, it always hovers around there, have been women. And that's mostly been because of the Black Mamas Bailout efforts.
Now, one issue that comes up for many people is cost, right? When we say we're bailing someone out, for a lot of people, that number is somewhat nebulous. Can you give me a sense of how much the average bail costs? For example, I recently read the story of Faith Bartley, a black woman who was locked up for 4 months for not being able to pay a $260 bail. She was found not guilty, but during that period, she lost her job, she lost her apartment, she lost precious time that she could have spent with her mother who was dying of cancer. These bails, for some people, the idea was that these bails are so astronomical, but sometimes they're actually quite small relative to the harm they cause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have posted bail in a range from $30 up to $100,000 to bail out one mother. And so the average bail that we get is about $5,000 to post. So that means in Philadelphia, that means their bail was set at $50,000, but they have to pay 10% to get out. So we do see a range. 5,000 is our average, but right now for our Mama's campaign, we bailed out 13 women so far. We have 3 on deck for Tuesday, but then we have another 7 women on our list who have bails of $30,000 and above to get out. And so, those we're hoping that we raise more money coming up to Sunday, that we're able to get at least 2 or 3 of those women out. But again, the vast majority is around 5,000, maybe $250 to get out. But we have had people who are held on as little as $30.
Another piece of this, just for our audience's sake, is that this issue of bail is so critical because these are people who haven't committed a crime based on what the legal determination is, right? You're innocent until proven guilty. And because they haven't had a trial yet, well, by the legal standard, they're still innocent. And yet they're sitting in jail simply because they don't have enough money not to be sitting in jail. What does it mean for us to even have a bail system in the first place?
Yeah, it really is a system that we know is targeted at punishing people for being poor. Because again, if a person has significant savings sitting around, a $5,000 bill really is nothing for them. But for a person who's struggling to get by, that's everything. And so it really is a matter of injustice, and it creates a two-tiered that is targeted at punishing poor people, the vast majority of who are Black and brown.
When we think about maybe the worst hit group of all populations of Black women, you can look at the demographic of Black trans women. Talk to me a little bit about what it means to be helping them out as well.
Yeah, so we are always trying to center Black trans women in our bailouts. But one thing is that it's hard to find Black trans women to bail out just because, often the jail system, they don't list people as, trans or, trans men or trans women. They pick your gender based on their point of view or based on your assignment at birth. And so they often get lost in the system. Many of them are incarcerated basically, for the crime of being trans and trying to survive in a society that sort of blocks you out of a lot of different means of, you know, legitimately, earning an income, or also because they're trying to defend themselves, against violence. So that's something that we do find with the women that we have been able to find and bail out. And so yeah, I mean, of course, like it's not just that, they're particularly hard hit, it's also that they are more at risk of abuse, sexual, physical violence at the hands of guards, of other inmates, especially if they're housed with men, which trans women often are. And so it's a very dangerous situation for trans women to be in. And so, for us, that's always an emergency case when we find a trans woman who is held on bail. We do whatever we can to get her out and bring her home.
What happens once people are bailed out? Does the work end there, or what does your organization do and other similar organizations do after the person is bailed out?
Yeah, a large part of our work also is mutual aid and support. So, we bail a person out. We also, we want people to be successful because we care about our neighbors, but also because we want to demonstrate to the system that they don't need cash bail for people to come back to jail. I'm sorry, to people to come back to courts for to see their cases through, that you don't need prisons for this purpose. They just need like support, whether that's help with rent, whether that's food, whether that's connection to drug treatment or anger management or, employment or whatever. They need those support, which are a lot less costly to provide than jailing a person. And so, we've set aside 15% of all of our donations for support. One of the biggest things that we offer is housing. And we always try in our messaging, especially around defunding the police and the system, is saying instead of like focusing all these millions of dollars in our city budget towards police in jails, why don't you invest that in housing instead, which in Philadelphia is one of the greatest needs? And we're also part of this National Bailout Collective Network, who has been organizing Black Members Bailout nationwide. And so one thing they do is they re-grant money for bail and for supportive services. So they're giving us this year $75,000 for bail money, which we're hoping to be able to use to get some of those women who had really high bails out. But they also are giving us $50,000 specifically for housing and other supports to make sure that people can rebuild their lives. Because, just 3 days in jail can mean someone loses their house, custody of their kids, their job, and then, that just has like a ripple effect for all areas of our life. And so for a person who was just getting by or not even getting by, a short jail sentence when they haven't been found guilty of the crime can just be um, cataclysmic. And so we try to like surround people with support to sort of help them rebuild their lives, to advocate for the end of the system, or just like to heal and to be whole. So yeah.
No, that's incredibly important work. And of course, the goal here, the end game here, isn't to create a big network of people who can help people get bailed out of jail. The end game is to abolish the cash bail system and ultimately all of these systems that cage people and criminalize people. And so the work you're doing is so incredibly important in getting us there. So Candace, thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. And thank you for the work you're doing on the ground every single day on behalf of Black women, Black mothers, but really the entire Black community.
Thank you.